Well, GM, it's really exciting to be performing for the Addams Family Dark Comedy Fest this evening. I'd like to thank my openers, Wednesday and Pugsley Adams, and of course Uncle Fester there, the Sexual Awareness Panda, and our host, Thing. Thank you, Brock. Wow, this is going to be a little bit like one of those things is not like the other. I'm Russ.
Hey, Russ.
Hi, Russ. And I guarantee I'm Russ all day long. The alarm goes off in the morning and I murder Russ. Till I've had my coffee and I become a little less dangerous. Enough that I start contemplating work until I think, that's preposterous. Pretty ludicrous until I notice the bills and think, I suppose I should get a little adventurous and head out to work. But before I do, I take a look into the mirror and ensure that I'm suitably glamorous.
Yeah.
Walk out the door and spend the day at work, and that's truly quite torturous. But I make it through the day because at the end of the day, I've got a date with my sweetie. When I meet her, I open the doors, and I hold the doors for her because I am chivalrous. And I can use either hand because I am ambidextrous.
Yeah.
I think you're running words, Mike.
And as she passes by, I take a look at her ass because I remain just a little bit lecherous. And I hold high hopes that by the end of the night, I might become a little bit amorous. So I sit down, we feed the beast carnivorous. And at the end of the meal, I tip well because I am generous. When I come before you, before I do, I check my pits to make sure I'm not particularly odorous. I stand before you to become a little bit humorous. And if I am, in fact, successful, I hope that you'll give all of my comic friends and I laughter and applause most thunderous.
Woo!
Here?
Was that childish? My girlfriend said that was childish. She tried to convince me it's childish. She's always saying I'm childish. I don't even know what she means, right? She says she's childish. My initial reaction says, I am not, you are. What? I mean, she gets upset with me for doing childish things. I mean, I suppose I do some childish things, but that's what keeps me young. We should all do childish things. The other day I was doing nothing that should have got me in trouble. I was out skipping rocks. I'm skipping rocks. Ping, 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 ping. And she just loses her mind. She starts screaming at me. She's yelling at me, losing her crap. I mean, that's unfair. I wasn't doing anything that was going to hurt anybody. All right, granted, she was in the bathtub when I was skipping the rocks, and I might have bounced one off her forehead, so whatever. But I'm not completely immature. I've got role models. Elon Musk is my role model. He's one of the richest men in America. He's one of the most brilliant men in America.
Woo!
And my boy Elon here, he took some crap recently because he hosted Saturday Night Live. And people said, oh yeah, you're richer than God. You're smarter than Batman. But you've got no business hosting Saturday Night Live. You're just not funny. And I thought, well, I should come to my hero's defense. Why? And I couldn't think of a single thing that made Elon Musk funny. But he's an intelligent guy, and every comic I know is really intelligent. That's what makes him funny. They think about shit. So I thought, surely there's something that makes Elon Musk funny. What is it? Well, what does he do? Well, he's developing this thing called the neural link. Have you heard about this thing? He's going to have this implant that puts you in the back of your skull, and it gives you immediate access to the internet at the speed of thought. You don't have to speak the words, you don't have to type anything into the keyboard. As soon as you think of it, it beams you instantly to that website at the speed of thought. With a beer in one hand and a cheeseburger in the other, the way the good Lord intended it. Ideal, that sounds perfect, right? Until our spouses start downloading our mental browsers and realize what we're thinking of every 15 seconds during the course of the day. There's going to be some splaining to do. Probably not going to be a good thing. All right, so Elon, that's probably not real funny. That's kind of scary. What What else does he do? He makes spaceships. He's sending rockets up into space. He wants to colonize Mars. That's pretty funny, right? How is he going to get people to want to move to Mars? Well, until we all get that neural implant and our spouses get the download of our browser histories, and all of a sudden there'll be a stampede of people volunteering. I'll go, Elon. I'll go to Mars. Let me go to Mars. Me first. Just get me disattach me from my Wi-Fi, please, immediately. Probably still not funny, Elon. Still a little frightening. What else does he do? He builds cars. He builds tremendous cars. He builds some of the best electric cars in the world. They're sleek, they're fast, they're silent. They've got these giant computer screens all the way across the dash. And he's given his engineers carte blanche to do all kinds of just weird shit, because they can do it.
Nice.
His engineers build Easter eggs into the cars, things like they have game emulators that you can play any video game ever made across the dashboard of the car, if you know how to access the Easter egg. They have Easter eggs that you can make the cars dance. They do these automated shows where the front opens and closes, the trunk opens, the doors open and close, the lights flash. They have speakers on the outside. They do these choreographed light shows like the fancy holiday Christmas lights on the houses. It's amazing. Customer discovered a new one fairly recently, and if you activate the voice activation on the steering wheel of a Tesla and say open butthole, it does something. Have you heard about this? Do you know what it does? If you say open butthole, it actually opens and closes the charge port on a Tesla. It's true. Wait a minute. This is where Elon, this is it. I figured it out. This is where Elon's funny.
Fresh, man.
He builds these, he lets his engineers build these Easter eggs into the back of these products. Don't you suppose he has the same philosophy as other companies? Don't you suppose he has the same philosophy at SpaceX or at Neuralink? So our aircraft is trying to dock with the Russian spacecraft. We come up and suddenly it activates the dance mode, and all of a sudden our shuttle is doing a Saturday Night Special here for no reason why. Or you've made some questionable choices at the food court at the mall and are walking gingerly out to the car through the parking lot, trying to not jar anything loose. And some asshole in a Tesla pulls up with his window down and backs up to the charge port and goes, open butthole, and suddenly your Neuralink lights up. You clench your butt cheeks, and the speaker in the side of your Neuralink is saying, the time has come for Revenge of the Nerds. Don't make fun of nerds, people. It's not cool. It's not funny at all. They will get even with you. Elon is a funny guy. Anyway, thanks for coming out, guys. There's a tip jar around here. If you had a good time tonight, throw it in. Take care of your wait staff. It's been a rough year on wait staff. It's been a rough year on comics. We haven't had a lot of opportunity to do this. Some of us, it's some of the first time since the plague started. So thanks for giving us a place to do this. Thanks for supporting live comedy. Thank you.